Federal Way, Washington. It's a great rental community, has a very large rental base, good investment area. It's at the southwest part of King County. It butts up against Federal Way, Tacoma and Pierce County. And it's also butts up against Puget Sound. So there's quite a bit of shoreline and views in different neighborhoods of Federal Way. Tends to be an older neighborhood. Most of Federal Way, I think, was built up between the 50s and the 90s. It's heavily wooded, so you can have a lot of fir trees and cedar trees, and the homes nestled in there. The neighborhoods range from, I would say, blue collar to white collar. The Federal Way has a major arterial running right down the middle of it. It's First Avenue South. Everything to the east of First Avenue South has South in its address. Everything to the west of First Avenue South has Southwest in its address. So you get a pretty good idea of where property is located in Federal Way. For tenants, and investors, there's great value in Federal Way. You can get a lot of property for a lot less money than you can in some of the areas closer to Seattle. From an investment perspective, you have higher cap rates, which means then you're going to be able to, in most of Federal Way, be able to get better cash flow or return on your investment dollar from day one. The flip side to having a high cap rate, though, is that the market in Federal Way will not appreciate as fast as properties closer to the core of Seattle. So higher rents relative to investment dollar, but not as much speculative appreciation. The tenant mix in Federal Way is mixed. There's some good neighborhoods and there's some not so good neighborhoods. So tenant screening is very important in there. Tenant screening is always important in every neighborhood, but particularly so in many of the neighborhoods within Federal Way. So be careful of the neighborhood that you are investing in. It's all about the three rules of real estate: location, location, and location.